We now head down south where the Cebu Provincial Government is investigating 4 residents showing mpox symptoms. Let's bring in One News Cebu desk and the Freeman editor Dale Israel. Dale, are these mpox cases already verified?
Yes, Maing Hapon, Lord and Denise, there are no confirmed cases in Central Visayas for monkeypox or mpox yet. But the Department of Health, Central Visayas said they have at least 4 suspected cases, excluding another one, which they are still trying to get specific details. The samples taken from the 4 suspected cases have already been submitted to Manila for confirmation, and we are still not sure if the 5th one have already been sent to Manila laboratories also. According to Dr. Eugenia Mercedes Cañal of the Regional Epidemiology and Surveillance Unit 7, the results are expected next week or the first week of September. She, however, said that all the measures have been in place, like isolation, and concerned LGUs have already been informed of the suspected cases so they can also monitor these. There are no specific details as to the location of these suspected cases, but the DOH 7 said that these are 2 male and 2 female aged between 18 and 80 years old, and they do not have any history of travel either. Dr. Kanyal said that even if these are just suspected cases, the public should continue to practice proper hygiene, like hand washing, as well as face mask if needed. The public should also report immediately to the nearest facility if they exhibit symptoms such as fever, headache, rashes, and swollen lymph nodes. The confirmatory test sent to Manila could take some 2 weeks before the results are released. But here is the good news. Lord Denise, next year, Cebu and Visayas regions will now have their own regional infectious disease and tropical medicine center here in Cebu City. The facility to be constructed at the compound of Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center will be the first of its kind outside of Metro Manila, complete with high-tech laboratory centers and isolation rooms. This means that tests for emerging and re-emerging infectious diseases will no longer be needed to be sent to Metro Manila for confirmation tests. It will be an 8-story building with 33 wards, and each ward will have 6 beds and own toilet and laboratory facilities needed during times of epidemic and outbreaks of infectious diseases. Health Secretary Teodoro Herbosa led the groundbreaking yesterday, along with Senator Bong Revilla, whom the health official said was instrumental in securing 120 million pesos initial funding for the construction. In an interview with Senator Revilla, he said that he will lobby in the ongoing budget hearings another 120 million to complete the building of the infectious disease center, which will serve Visayas and even northern Mindanao. Herbosa congratulated the improvements at the VSMMC. It's the biggest government hospital in the Visayas, as they already have an increased number of beds with 17 specialty centers for cancer, for heart disease, among others. But the Secretary of Health reminded the hospital doctors and staff that above all high-tech equipment, they should not forget to render better service and cordial relations with patients. I don't know if it's the same in Manila, but a lot of complaints we got from government hospitals here is that staff tend to be grumpy against patients or often coming from the marginalized sector. So Health Secretary Herbosa reminded staff and doctors of all government hospitals to keep in mind to render service with a smile. Back to you guys.
Smile cures everything. Pero, Dale, okay, it's hard to imagine, ano, ang Cebu wala pa palang sariling kanyan. In considering, mas maraming botante or kasing dami ng botante, yung syudad ng Cebu, gagaya ng mga major na mga syudad rin sa Pilipinas. Pero, okay, Dale, mabalik lang ako doon sa ano, no? Alam natin, inaantay pa natin yung resulta ng testing. Pero, ano bang kwento-kwento? Kasi yung dito, sinasabi, at least sa Quezon City, na-trace isang isang spa. May balita ba dyan kung saan daw posibleng galing itong mga na-trace?
Yeah, Dr. Kanyal gave us very limited information as to the where specifically these suspected cases come from and how they got supposedly if they have the mpox. But what she told us only were the age is 18, and we are interested in how an 80-year-old also got they have these symptoms of mpox. But now we still have limited information as to the details of these suspected cases.
Atin yan, Dale, buti pa sa Bantayan Island, ano? Mukhang wala pang mga ganyan-ganyan mga kaso. Kwento ka naman sa amin, Dale.
Yeah, we had a chance to be on the flight for Bantayan Island, the first commercial flight in Bantayan Island it's actually a 6 hour travel going to Bantayan normally, or before. You have to travel by bus from Cebu City to Hagnaya Port in San Remigio. That takes about 4 to 5 hours, and then another 2 hours for a ferry boat ride going to Bantayan Island. But now, with the commercial flight, the opening of the commercial flight, we have I actually timed the flight from takeoff to touchdown. It's actually 26 minutes, and the official said that it's 25 to 30 minutes going to Bantayan. So it's cut from 6 hour travel to only 30 minutes going to Bantayan Island, and that would probably that should improve the number of visitors going to Bantayan Island, especially those that needed just a little time for vacation. So, and by the way, the cost of the flight is just 888 pesos.
Oh,
So
kaya ni
888.
Tita Denise yan.
Dale, I wanted to ask lang because obviously people who've been wanting to visit Bantayan is very excited about the whole deal, how affordable it is, tapos yung cutting the travel time. But what about the people from Bantayan? How excited are they to have the opportunity to showcase the beauty of their city, their area?
Yes, we've talked to a lot of residents. They're actually preparing for the influx of passengers going to Bantayan, the influx of tourists. There are actually a lot of shops and restos that are already being proposed to be constructed near the airport and near the beaches, the white sand beaches of Bantayan Island.
O Dale, okay, ito naman, influx ng turismo, pero marami yung kaibigan sa Cebu sinasabi na ang lumalabas, it's their best kept secret, no? Yung mga rasta na mga tropa natin diyan, na mga taga Cebu, diyan sila pumupunta at siguro kasi yung very challenging na paraan ng pagpunta diyan, yung 6 hours and more na yung hirap ng pagpunta, nakakadagdag daw sa charms. Pero ngayon, mukhang binuksan mo na yung floodgates. Paano ba babalansehin kaya yung pagkakaroon ng sustainable na turismo at yung economic element, Tito Dale?
The ordinary, the regular or ordinary days, weekdays, Bantayan has about 3,000 visitors every day, weekdays. But it's around the tourism office in Bantayan said that there are around 6,000 every weekends, and they expect it to double further with the influx of new flights. This 888 pesos is just very cheap compared to if you travel by bus, you pay around 400 pesos for the bus and then another 300 pesos for the ferry ride. So I guess that would bring in more people. And I know that the Bantayan people are very, very cautious about their environment. Actually, they are the ones, they are volunteers that pick up trash bottles, especially during festivals. In Bantayan Island, I saw them pick up bottles of those people just throw away their mineral water bottles at the beaches. So I guess Bantayan people would know how to go about this influx of more tourists.
Correct. They're not called Bantayan for nothing.
And hopefully the visitors of Bantayan will be able to protect the area as well. Thank you for all of your updates. Again, that was One News Cebu Desk and the Freeman editor, Dale Israel.
Happy weekend, Dale.